Okay guys, we are talking today about the Haikelite. What is this, the MT07 Buffalo? Holy crap guys, this thing is ginormous. I mean, look at how far back I have to be to even film this thing. So this thing's a thrower. We reviewed the Devourer, and the Devourer is kind of a floodlight. This is a thrower. This light has a single emitter, an XHP70, big wide reflector. This thing is meant to throw long distances. So this thing comes with a lanyard, some spare O-rings, and a cardboard box, and some badly photocopied instructions, which I'll kind of let you see real quick just so you can see the run times and all that. Alright, that's all you get. Alright, so I apologize for the video quality here. This is really a difficult thing to film because it's so big and it has to be so far out, and anytime you try and film black guys, if you put too much light on it, it just looks horrible and it washes out the background. So we're going to try and readjust here and just give you a scale as to how gigantic this thing is. I mean, my God. So it has the Haikelite logo on the bottom, the MT07 Buffalo. It's a 2-switch operation, which pretty much you bottom one turns it on, and then you cycle through with your small ones. We're not going to leave it on too crazy because it just completely overwhelms the camera. But yeah, you can see the hot spot on this is very well defined. I mean, look how defined that hot spot is. This thing throws a country mile. Unbelievable. And at the higher modes, it is just astounding. So, yeah. So this thing takes 4 18650 batteries. Can't even set it down, holy crap. 4 18650 batteries, and you're going to need special batteries. It needs unprotected batteries. It doesn't like the longer protected batteries any way, shape, or form. So what you're probably going to have to do if you're going to buy this is to go and buy button top unprotected 18650s. I know it sounds like a huge pain, but there's a lot of these high lumen lights out there need that nowadays. So you're really, if you're into lights and you want a good variety, it's something you really should have anyway. Because in the end, like a light like this, you can't get the high amperage draw out of protected batteries. It's just, you can't do it. Sorry, So I have Samsung 32 button tops that I bought for the BLF Q8 flashlight that I've been using in this thing. But you can just see, look at the cooling fins on this. I mean, this thing's only like what, 5,000-6,000 lumens, but my God, I mean, this thing is just one big solid chunk of aluminum. Now when you talk about some of the other 10,000 lumen lights like the Olight Marauder, the Olight Marauder, it's not half the size, but this thing just really can handle the heat and all that. So yeah, so what I said before is you have a really nice orange peel reflector, XHP70, which is a high voltage LED. They're very efficient and very good at putting out thousands of lumens and handling it, the heat and the the current draw, anodized aluminum, all that fun stuff. There's not a ton. This thing doesn't have a ton of bells and whistles to it, guys. And oh, now is the perfect time since I'm opening this thing, and it takes about 18 years to open this because the threads are so long. Hopefully you're seeing some footage of me using this and cycling through the modes outside and doing funny stuff, kind of stuff I like to do. I mean, I'm telling you guys, this thing, the threads on this thing just go forever and ever. So you have a double O-ring sealed, decent threads on this thing, nice and smooth. You can see there's your 4 batteries that I have in there. They're button top Samsung 30Qs. Oh, don't forget, you can put this thing on a tripod as well, so if you do need to use it for a tripod, that is A-OK. The back is this little free-floating thing that I absolutely hate, but that's what lets you screw it in without busting off these posts and all that jazz. So one is bigger than the other, so that way you can't screw up the polarity of this thing, which is awesome. That is your anti-polarity protection, is this right here, that you can't put it in any other way, and that spinning design just prevents anything bad from happening. Now there was some little plastic washers here, and I ripped them off both here and in the bottom, so that way I could use a bigger variety of batteries. So I did that. I don't recommend it, but that's just me. I'm stupid. So yeah, with that said, all right, we're gonna put this back on, and hey, perfect time to add in more footage. Dun, 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 dun. I know. I am like the worst videographer the world has ever seen. It is, guys. This thing is just like, it's like trying to put a deck screw in by hand. It's just like, 10-minute process. Alright, so there's a lot of people out there who've modded these, you know, who've replaced the switches, you know, because the switches, like, you know, they aren't the best. You know, I noticed that the LED is kind of spotty too. Sometimes you turn it on, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But, you know, it's kind of what you get when you go with inexpensive lights. I think you saw it earlier. I turned it on and that button long press brings you to strobe. I almost forgot to mention that. So you do have that instant strobe. And now I need to figure out how to get out of there. Uh-oh. What'd I do? Huh, that's interesting. It doesn't want to come out of strobe. There we go. I don't know what I was doing wrong there. Ooh, we got something going on here. Check this out, guys. I do not know what's going on with this light, but my guess, I might not have screwed it in enough. So it might not be making perfect contact. That happens, guys, with all these things like this. Such a long thing, it may not be making good contact. Let me try and tighten this up a little bit. Because if you do lose contact or you're getting intermittent, it could definitely signal it to strobe. But we appear to be fixed. So obviously, if you make a bad contact with this, that's what it's going to do. Okay, interesting. Huh. Interesting. It doesn't like to come out of strobe for some reason. See, now the blue light's not coming on. So yeah, this thing's a little buggy, guys. Just playing with this right here. This wasn't doing this for me earlier. So I'm not 100% certain either. I have a, you know, like a, maybe I just didn't tighten this thing down all the way, or maybe it's, you know, a little goofy, but yeah, it's a little interesting. So that's, I guess we're going to do a big caveat right there, that this thing's a little wonky if you don't tighten it down perfectly. I haven't had any problems with it before. Of course, the kids are invading the room now, so we're going to make this pretty quick, guys. Yeah, I haven't had any problems with it up till now, but I don't know what about taking that off and back on did that. Maybe it's just one of the batteries isn't making good contact or something. Being it's serial, it's something we're cutting in and out, that could be signaling it to strobe. So, yeah, interesting. So I'm going to torque this thing down, maybe clean the contacts and all that. 90% of the time when you have problems like this, guys, people rush and they're like, oh my god, I need to send the light back. And 9 times out of 10, guys, if you clean the contacts with alcohol, tighten everything down, make sure everything's good and tight, that's 90% of the problems. Most of the time, the issues with flashlights are retaining rings that come loose, things that come loose and make bad contact. So, you know, I'm positive it's gonna be fine once I mess with it a little bit, but yeah, you know, I really wish this had some anti-roll, because such a big heavy light to set this on a table, you know, that kind of worries me to set that big boy on a table. But yeah, so we're going to clean this thing up a little bit, and kids are being crazy, guys. So if there's any problem and this light doesn't fix, immediately at the end of this there'll be an addendum, so if this video ends, then it wasn't a problem. But I'm guessing, in fact, I took it out and put it back in, that it's just maybe not making contact, one of the batteries not making 100% contact or something, so it happens. That's why we do these videos, guys. That's why we review them. So, cool flashlight, maybe buggy, we'll see. I'm going to hold on to this video for a week or two before I post it and use the snot out of this and see if we can figure out what the problem is. I'm guessing it's just contacts, so let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay, guys, the issue with this is fixed. It was just needed a little cleaning. You can see this thing is just super bright. Even on low, just awesome. So, pretty cool. Works good as new.